Hi everyone, Kaary here. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are all doing great today. So today we're back with another build that's going to be part of my save file, and we're actually building in the outdoor retreat world, Granite Falls. I completely forgot the name of the world for a second. Yeah, but I wanted to build something in a residential, like in a rental world, the vacation ones, because I tend to forget that we have them. I'm not so into these worlds in general. I mean, I think Granite Falls would be actually my favorite one out of the two of them, because I think it's easier for me to build in this world. And today I wanted to build like a tiny cabin, something that was more inspired by maybe a cabin in the woods that you can find. I don't know if you're doing some trekking or something like that, and maybe it starts like pouring rain, and you need a place to stay. You can find these kind of cabins and stuff like that. I was trying to channel a little bit more of a creepy cabin actually, if I have to be honest. I wasn't originally considering this build for my save file because I wanted to go for something a little bit more creepy and channeling like a rainstorm in the woods and things like that. It ends up being quite a nice cabin actually. So it doesn't look anything like my original idea. It looks more so like a place to just spend a few days with your partner, because this is actually a 1 bedroom 1 bathroom cabin. It actually has an outhouse. It doesn't have a bathroom inside. So I think that's something a little bit more different from what I usually do. And I really wanted to have something like this that it's more similar to maybe a container type of build, something that someone built out of need, and they kept it in there, and then for some reason they just renovated it, and it looks so good on the inside. It's really kind of modern, but still you can feel like a little bit of the coziness maybe of a cabin in the woods. So yeah, you see me adding these items. These are debug items from Eco Lifestyle, and I was trying to see if we could actually make your Sims actually walk on top of them, and you can. So I wanted more texture on the roofs, I mean on the floors, and that's why I decided to go with this, and I love them, so I kept it because I play tested this build. It fully works. I just had to like adjust a little bit of the outhouse, but it's fully functional. So if you decide to download it from the gallery, you can find it under my ID, which is KaarySims, or under the hashtag KaarySims. And it's completely play tested. I made sure that everything works, because every time that I do tiny houses, I always struggle a little with the idea of not making it functional. And I just wanted it to feel like it looked the way that I wanted, but also that was functional. And I tried to make sure that it worked. So it does. But yeah, I'm so happy with the idea that the floor that I used, like this debug item, actually worked. And here I was trying to add like a different pathway, but these debug items from Jungle Adventure, they weren't looking the way that I want them to. So I ended up scrapping them and just going with terrain paint. And I struggled a little with the terrain paint, I do have to say. So please just trust the process, because this is not the final version of the terrain paint. You will see it at the very end of the video, maybe in the screenshots, and you may have seen it in the cinematics at the beginning. But yeah, we're moving to the interior now. I wanted to go for something a little bit more rustic, something really mixing and matching different wood tones. And I really like the idea of using these counters from Jungle Adventure, because I don't usually use them. And I don't usually use them in this swatch in particular. And I almost never use the sink that comes with this pack. So I just decided to embrace it. And I ended up loving everything from this interior, I think. Oh my god, I don't know. I would definitely stay in this kind of container place for a couple of days. I would definitely do that. But yeah, I tried to make the curtains from the bistro kit work. They didn't look the way that I was expecting them to look like, so I ended up getting rid of them. I don't remember if I add any curtains in that part. I know I add curtains in the other windows, but I think I didn't add any curtains in that window in particular. So yeah, I just decided to not overclutter this place because it's a rental home. I don't want to have like really personalized places unless, like, story wise, you can say that maybe this rental place belongs to someone. But now that we have the residential rentals, that's something that I can do with that. Instead of doing like pretending to do it with the rental places, we can just have your Sims, like have our Sims own another place and rent it. So yeah, I didn't want to like over personalize this place. I wanted it just to feel cozy in the interior, and like still, if it rains or something, it looking a little bit weird on this exterior. Not creepy, but maybe it's a place that you're not supposed to go to when like it's dark or something. I don't know. I'm still trying to find like the idea that I did have in mind. Maybe I will end up building like a creepy cabin in the woods, but this one is definitely not that. This is definitely a really nice cabin in the woods, and it's not a cabin itself. It's definitely more of a container house, but yeah, I think you can understand my idea. We're using the trash can that we got with the rewards from the unlockable items that we have now, because the colors, oh my god, it's perfect. I mean, it's the perfect trash can. It's the wood tones and everything is just beautiful. And we're using the cushions as well that you can unlock. So if you haven't unlocked them, I don't know if you get the items anyway if you download the build. I have no idea how that works. Right now when I'm doing this voiceover, I already unlocked all of the items from this first month, I think. And I just still don't know how it works when you don't have all the items. So we will see. I would really appreciate it if you guys let me know. If you don't have all the items and you download a build that has some of them that you don't have, what happens? I just don't know. But yeah, we're decorating here a little bit of the fireplace. Of course there's gonna be a fireplace because it's Granite Falls. It rains, and if it rains and you have like this residential, like this rental place, you really want it to feel cozy. And I didn't want to add like a thermostat or anything like that, so there's going to be the fireplace. And I'm pretty sure I added a fan, like a ceiling fan. I don't remember, but maybe I did. If I didn't, it would be great if you added one. And because this is the entryway and I wanted to use these glass doors from, I don't know what kit. Oh, the Desert Lux kit probably. I don't remember, but it's from a kit. I really wanted to use those ones, but those are like the biggest windows that we have in the main area, so that's why I added the curtains as well. And we're moving into the bedroom. It's a pretty small bedroom. I decided to go with this rack from high school years and just hang some clothes in there. Maybe the people that stay in here, they just hang their clothes in there and then they just take them back and they leave when they want to. So yeah, I just decided to do that instead of adding like a dresser, because I don't think this is the kind of place that you would spend like a week in, or maybe more than that. I think a week it would be like the most that you could spend in here, but I don't know if I don't know. What do you do when your Sims go on vacations? How long are your Sims vacations? Because every time that I bring my Sims to a rental place and they go on vacation, they stay in there for like a weekend and not more than that. Because if we had like summer vacation for the kids or something like that in the game, that would be great, and I would definitely have more of my Sims going on vacations. But usually that doesn't happen, and maybe I just take some days off from work from my Sims, and then the kids spend the weekend outside, but it's no more than that. So I don't know. What do you guys do? Do just skip work and school and make your Sims go on a vacation for like a week or something like that? I would really like to know that. And we're decorating the outside deck in here. This is only accessible by the inside of the build. So there's no way for your Sims to like access this from outside. So you have to go inside the house. And I really love the way that it ends up looking. I tried to use that table from the Blooming Rooms kit because I don't think it's an ugly table, but it's just it's a lot for a table. And I wanted it to feel like this place had a lot of plants and things like that. It's really blending into the nature and everything. But yeah, it just I couldn't make it work. And we're gonna be adding like a fire pit here. This is the one that we got with the Riviera Retreat kit, and I love it. I think it's beautiful. This is the first time that I'm using it, I think, and I love it. I think it looks so good. I like it a lot. And here's when I started to realize that the path to the entry of this house wasn't exactly the one that I wanted it to have. So yeah, we're gonna be struggling a little bit with that and trying to make this area of the fire pit work better. So yeah, I struggled a little. I decided to keep it anyways, but you will see it's just a trusted process kind of thing in here because I wasn't sure what I wanted to have. I even considered the idea of maybe having this on a tiny hill or something like that, and just try to make it look like, I don't know, something like that. But it didn't. I mean, I already finished everything in the house. And here we're adding some trees to make it look like it's in the middle of the woods. And then I realized I didn't add a toilet or anything like that. So we are gonna be modifying a little bit of the back area of this build. And I have to say as well that this build is not gonna be in this particular lot on my save file, because as I mentioned when I started building this, I wasn't considering the idea of having it for my save file. Then when I finished it, I loved every single part of this build and I thought it would be great for my save file. But I do have other plans for this lot in particular. It is going to be in Granite Falls, but it's not going to be in this lot in particular. So yeah, I was thinking of doing something a little bit more different in this lot. But I'm going to be moving it. And if you download the save file, once I start sharing it, you will see that it's in there, but it's in another lot. So yeah, we're adding some rocks in here, and then I'm gonna be getting rid of the like the tree that is on the floor, like it's laying on the ground. That's the one that I really wanted to keep, but I had to get rid of because of the outhouse situation. So yeah, here we're fixing the path. I don't know what happens in here. I don't know how it ends up looking. I don't remember. I tried to make this work for like 1,000 times and it just didn't work. I think it ends up looking like this. Yeah, and here I was like, okay, I'm gonna be adding some lights. I want it to look like you can still be outside at nighttime. And yeah, I'm almost finished with this, and then oh no, we're not finished at all because we didn't add a bathroom or anything. So here we're creating the outhouse. I wanted it to feel like it was like a last minute addition to the build. Like the people that built this house, they decided not to have the bathroom inside because of space situation, and they just decided to have some random materials and create an outhouse. And but the interior is just so beautiful. And the only reason that I had to like play test everything in here is because this is a 2x2 outhouse, and I didn't use like the showers that you can use, like you can walk through. So I didn't use the one from High School Years or Snowy Escape. I used this one from Island Living that I almost never use. And I think it looks so good. I think it works with the vibe that I was going for, like having a lot of woods and different like natural materials inside. And I used the tiles in the walls from the Riviera Retreat kit that I haven't used yet. So I loved it. And the flooring is actually stone from Journey to Back 2. So yeah, I think it ends up looking like the outhouse that I was envisioning in my mind. I added some cluttering here in this shelf, like basic clutter for a bathroom. And the only modification that I had to do is actually rotate the toilet and put it in the window, like in front of the window, and move it a little bit, and then everything worked perfectly. So yeah, you will see it on the screenshots, but that's the only modification that I had to do to the whole build. So I'm really proud of how everything has worked out, and I'm really proud of how the Sims are more like capable of walking through tiny spaces and cramped spaces and things like that. So that helps a lot when you start building. But yeah, we're actually almost finished with this build. I really hope you guys liked it, and if you did, please remember to like this video, also comment and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and also follow me on social media. The links are all in the description down below, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Enjoy the screenshots. Goodbye.